Welcome to FireteamChat, IGN's Destiny show. Thank you so much for joining us today. Joining me in the studio is Fran Mirabella.
Yo, I'm back.
He stopped on by Brian Malkowitz. What's up? And sadly, if you haven't been following on social media, this is CJ Gibson's final episode.
What's up?
For some time, at least.
Yeah.
I know Fran already had his final episode, but how many times has he been back on?
Yeah, Fran keeps going back.
True.
Can't get rid of him.
Yeah, so at the top of the show, we wanted to take an opportunity to say goodbye and thank you to CJ and let him say whatever you wanted to say about your departure and your time here at IGN.
You sound like somebody dying.
I know.
I mean,
To bring it down as much as I can.
You want me to go in and dim the lights a
your
little bit for this
intro,
one?
I was going to say your intro, and it's like, oh my goodness, this is actually happening.
CJ.
It's
That's
heavy.
how much of an impact you've had.
Well, you definitely have had an impact, not just on IGN, but like on my personal life. And I wrote on the Run a Show, you definitely become what I consider a close friend. And I don't let a lot of people in, but the ones I do are usually on this show. And like, Fran's gone, you've gone, you know, and I'm gonna miss you very much.
Yeah, and dude, the feeling's very mutual.
You're supposed to cry.
Stop it. This is top 5 seconds of the show. I don't want to get here already.
Yeah.
Supposed to be staying for the end of the show.
No, but definitely, again, getting choked up now too. Fran, you know, we've known each other since E3 2006.
Yeah.
You are definitely one of the reasons why I'm here. Destin, being on the show, huge shout out and thank you to you as well. Obviously, you know, we've gone back, I think, to probably like 2011, something like that, with all the E3s and everything I've been involved in. And Brian, you know, just being on the production side of the team, there's not a lot of people who know sort of how IGN is structured. And, you know, Brian's been, you know, reporting to me, but more so, you've been just a great person and friend, and all you guys have, just working at IGN and everything that we do here. You know, just the team is really what makes this place very, very special. And that is just super important to me. And regardless of, you know, what's coming next, those are the things I'll cherish the most. It's just the friendships, the team, the memories. They were great. And, you know, I am pursuing a new opportunity. This new opportunity is something that, again, the fact that I'm even saying it out loud right now for the first time, it feels incredibly odd, because IGN was the dream and still very much is the dream. And being obviously a very big fan of Bungie in the game, that's why we are here. I actually was offered an opportunity to be part of their video team. And I'm going to be heading down there at the end of the month. But I wanted to make sure to come on FireteamChat to let the fans know, you know, all my time that I've been on the show. And again, thank you for allowing me to be here and on all you guys. We are obviously fans of the game. At the core of the reason we do FireteamChat is we are fans of the game. And even when there's pros and cons to it, or there's good times and bad, I think just being able to connect with people who share those sort of similar experiences, you know, positive or negative. Yeah, it's the camaraderie in those moments that has really just, you know, made FireteamChat really special. And it goes beyond FireteamChat. It's definitely IGN. But for these people that are here right now, as well as Steven out there, Sean, and, you know, Jose and Alfredo, like, I watched the show prior to coming to IGN. And, yeah, so it was really special to me. And just having the opportunity to be on the show been awesome. And it's been a fun ride, man. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss you guys. And I'm going to miss the fans. I'm going to miss everything about being here at IGN.
Yeah, we're gonna miss you a lot.
I mean, proper congrats.
Yeah.
You know, we're bummed that you're leaving. It's a little easier on me because, like, I already left the office. I come back now.
You have no heart.
Meaning I'm also soulless.
Yeah, I'm a trader now too.
No, I mean, I've known CJ forever, but like, proper congrats, an amazing opportunity. And I know, like, you sort of were getting at, there's so much awesome stuff here at IGN, but this is such an amazing opportunity. And I think the fans should be excited to have yet another huge fan. You've been playing their content since Halo and before, and like, not just a lot.
Oh yeah, like a crazy amount, to the point that when we talk about PvE and PvP and all these type of games, you know, Halo was just PvE. You played the campaign maybe a couple times, but you'd go back into that world just to hang out with your friends. And so that, like, creating worlds that people want to be a part of, like, that is a real thing with Bungie games. Like, I've obviously played a lot of other shooters like Titanfall and Call of Duty, a fair amount as well. But there's just something about, like, that magic that is created in the Bungie sort of DNA. And it's very crazy that when I look at all the 10,000 matches of Halo 2 or 7,000 matches of, Halo 3. Those were all things that, and Reach or whatever combined, those are all games that I just played PvP. And some of them had, Forge mode, and some of them, you'd create these worlds, and sometimes you just went around and did absolutely nothing, but it was this like virtual avatar space to hang out with your friends on a weekend. Like more so even the way before Twitch came along, you did that naturally with a set of people. You just do it with your friends because that's what you wanted to do. So that was that was a lead into, all my time, with Destiny. So.
Yeah, but Bungie's super lucky to have you. Super talented producer, video mind. I mean, you ran your own business before you came to IGN. Some people maybe didn't know that or forget that, but now bringing that plus knowing the game so well to the studio, it's awesome. So I think it's just such a great match. And congrats.
I think Bungie or CJ's chivalry is starting to make sense.
Oh,
come together.
I knew it would happen.
No. Dude,
I
seriously,
think
like you've
for
been
the thumbnail, it'll be a fence that fell over.
Yeah, there's like you've been a great boss. It's going to be really hard in the future convincing whoever takes over as a manager duty for me to convince them that Destiny is a big part of our business here. So getting days off for big content drops is going to be very hard because they don't understand it as much as you do. But.
Well, and that's the thing. More often than not, especially in the last few months, I've wanted to compete in some of those raids and do some of those things. But
And now you definitely can't.
now I can't.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But now,
You'll be in the room watching.
I'll
the
be
raids.
probably in the room watching, which is the reason why it was cool to compete with those things. And shout out to Stev and Mountain and a lot of the crew when we competed in Leviathan. Yeah, watching the raid race is super special to me because I did that once. But seeing you guys do that, even though I couldn't be involved, I was always kind of like, all right, it's good that IGN has a squad. It's good that you guys are doing that thing. And I wasn't a part of it, but I was always like rooting for you guys and hoping to win. And then when I was playing against you, then I was like, I'm hoping I'm these guys. But in a fun little competitive way. I've seen the DCP versus FPC banter.
Yeah.
Don't think I don't pay attention to that stuff.
Yeah.
I see that DCP crew out there.
Help me film
It's
the
just-
wedding throwdown.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The smackdown
How you got
right
your wife?
after.
Wedding, that
Convince your
was
wife to do
amazing.
that.
Oh, dude, that was awesome.
Impressive.
That was pretty awesome.
Well, we had been doing photos for like an hour, and I'm like, you know what? I want
Let's
to
do something fun.
silly thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the
Took
photos
time
were
out of
great.
your wedding.
The
Yeah.
photos were super fun. It
to
took like
challenge a
2
Destiny
seconds.
podcast.
It
But
was
still, the
awesome,
fact that it was
though.
on your mind. But it
Really,
was
I
like,
was challenging you.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
It's like frame your
Those
Bella
Yeah, but-
and DCP.
to Fran's
Absolutely
point,
intentional.
it was your wedding day, but you were like, man, this raid race is really right here at the top of my mind.
Yeah.
Hey, babe,
I
we
just
just got
thought-
married, but
I thought it would be hilarious.
It was.
Oh, no,
we
it was
were
great.
so
It was-
dressed up.
Yeah.
And like just to do and
It was
very
actually,
fun.
it was amazing. You're one of the only people I know that would do something like that. And it was like you also, like you said, it was all my names in caps.
Yeah.
It was just this Fran challenge throwdown.
I hope you
Just
laughed
appreciate
when you
that.
saw
was-
it.
Yeah. The biggest, I was flattered that I even crossed your mind.
Oh, of course.
So that was very
Of course.
kind.
And
that you thought
pl-
some of your friends out there.
Playing being a good sport as
Yeah.
well in that moment as well too. That was pretty funny.
But
were
yeah.
you even invited to his wedding?
No, that was a super tiny wedding, right?
You're capped on how many people you can invite.
Yeah, it was a good
we're
quick.
probably going to do something.
I
later
wouldn't
that
have
was
gone. Let's be honest.
Wow.
Great to be back
All
here.
right.
We
Yeah.
mess with each other. I hope you all know that.
Yeah,
And I was gonna
absolutely.
just put a feather in the cap of the comment before, which is like, I think it's safe to say that in addition to video bringing us together, Destiny has brought
Absolutely.
us together as friends, and like as CJ got to like. It's a very special game in that way. We joke about the friend game, but it's really a true thing. And yeah, we've met people that have come to work here. Like it happened with CJ,
Absolutely.
even though I knew him before, but it's happened with Stev, right? Like that was how
Steven,
we met
yeah.
Steve Rue.
Yeah.
And many other people that are now freelance for us. So it's an amazing game, and it is safe to say that it brought us together, and it will not tear us apart. It will just continue to keep us together no matter the distance. So I think
Absolutely.
that's the good news, is that it's not like you're falling. It would have been there anyway, but you're working at the company that makes the game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you'll be a stone's throw away, and I'm just super excited for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for everything you've done here too. Like this setup, this is mostly CJ. Like, of course,
Yeah, it
Dave
was
and the
amazing.
contractions and
Yeah.
Alexio
for
and everybody
sure.
else.
And
Yeah.
yourself as well
Max
too.
Sarpino.
You're the one that came in here and ran all these cables so that we could get out of that stupid podcast closet that we were in for like 6 months.
Dude, it killed
You
me.
know,
That transition back and forth, and you were instrumental in making that happen as well too. When video was kind of like, well, it might go away. We're transitioning and building the studios. You'll actually see the production now of the old space if you watch. We have a couple different shows like Rainbow Six and all that stuff that's being filmed in there. it's dramatically different. There
Yeah.
are no more monitors on the wall. It all looks really different. I sent you a photo.
Anything with my
just
initials
to show
on it,
you.
they burned through in the
Fran
file.
Mirabella's legacy, all gone.
Everything. As soon as I like, we gotta clean this place.
But honestly, like shooting in that little tiny space, part of me did like it because it was really
Intimate.
Real time.
It was intimate.
Oh, the podcast.
the old podcast.
The old,
sure.
yeah. But it was also
It was a storage room. To be fair.
exactly
We converted.
But it was also where the first initial memories of Fireteam Chat was created, and so
That's true. We just
Where
shot it at
Guardians
a
Out
different
was
angle.
created.
absolutely. So
You guys
yeah.
did the first shows.
So those
DJ's first show. Right?
You were on like
Absolutely, yeah.
episode 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after
Oh.
Alfredo left.
Yeah.
No.
Was where I was like, okay.
My first show was actually with you and Bife in the Crimson Days
Oh,
plays
because you started
room.
working here and
Because Destin and Sean were away on a function, and so that was I can't remember which
right,
episode number.
I remember
but,
I produced that one a little different. It was fun.
Yeah,
We had
it's
Bife
good.
on the monitor for
Yeah.
the first time. It was like just his face, but then I had like the screen up. So
Yeah.
I was pulling up, which was difficult, by the way. But I put him through it as he was co-producing at the time too, and we made it work. It was
Yeah,
fun.
that's good.
That's
But
also the room where C Team was born.
oh,
Yeah, in that
Heck,
room.
see-
don't worry about it.
Someone doesn't watch the
C
show.
Team Malcolm.
Okay, Fran doesn't have time to watch anymore.
Dude, I don't watch shows that I'm on. They're like an hour. I'm
fair.
already on them. Like, yeah,
That's true.
I poke in. You know, I'm not
Yeah.
just. It's the whole show. I'm not always there. So.
Besides the devastating news that CJ is leaving the show that we'll never fully recover from,
That's the show. Everybody.
we do have
Guardians out.
We're out.
That's it. Guardians out. No, we
CJ's
do
out.
have a few things from the
Guardian
club that I guess we'll go over. But yeah, as we've all said, thank you for everything, CJ.
Cheers.
Thanks so much, man.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Love you, buddy.
I'd hug you, but I can't move.
It's okay.
My
We're
arm
tethered
screws up
to
the
these
whole
controls.
production. Yeah. Okay, so I'm sure CJ, you did the solstice grind, of course, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a no.
With nothing else happening. Fran, did you did it? I saw you streaming and doing it.
Yeah,
I'm at the
went
Blues.
far.
I'm at the Blues.
And Brian, I know
Good
you're.
place.
Yeah,
did you hit
I've
purple?
gotten
Anything?
the Majestic armor. I've gotten the Majestic armor. I have the
Bad news for you.
why.
Well, we'll get into it in a second.
All right. Well, I've already reset my Valor this season, so I already got one masterwork piece.
Nice.
I just got to do the rest of it.
Last Friday, I'm like, yeah, I think I'm going to skip the solstice grind. 2 days later, I had a masterwork set of armor.
Reset it.
And I was like, all right. So what happened was I had to cover Evo. So basically, I have Evo on, and I'm like, well, what am I going to do while I'm doing all this capture? I have an idea. And I ground out the whole set. Yeah, like, but overall, I was curious, what did you guys think of it before the changes that are on the way?
Right.
And the changes that are on the way is basically there's one particular quest step where you have to kill 100 mini bosses
Blues.
for your blues, and now it's
In the
only
EAZ.
50 in the EAZ. Now it's only 50, and the final boss counts for 5
Plus
kills.
5 bonus.
Nice.
For
Yeah.
finishing.
It's
It, 'cause
gonna
people
go-
were bouncing early.
It would have been nice if they counted before.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
as
I did-
one.
like retro.
Yeah,
It's
actually,
gonna go way faster.
quick calculations. Yeah, it's probably like over 3 times faster now because like you get the 5 bonus and you have to get half as many, and there'll just be more people.
What about
playing.
that? What about that Cabal one that
Yeah,
when they
so
drop in
here's the-
3? Did
here's
each of
the
those
trick.
count as 5?
No. Oh, they would. Oh, maybe.
Because
I don't
it's
know.
3. It's 3 bosses in that one firefight.
I
so
read
it's
that
just-
as the final boss. That's an
yeah,
interesting.
'cause they're- it's
Does it count
it's-
as one or- I
exactly
don't know.
like when,
Well, basically, the way that you
I
do
assume
it
it's-
currently is a lot of people wait for Cabal. You would get the 3 bosses, you kill 2 of them, and then the Scion will keep
Yeah,
coming, and
the
that counts for
cheese.
1.
The cheese,
and you
yeah.
just stay in there
It's
for like an
always
hour.
cheese.
I honestly didn't
always
even find it
cheese.
that bad because I was averaging 10 per run.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and it's just
But
like
it
10 runs
is-
of the EAZ was
But
Yeah, it goes pretty quick.
fine.
and that maybe that's a good point to land on, which is if you are experienced in there and you have a good team and you know what to do and you've sort of gotten used to it, you can get 10. But if you don't actually, you're getting like 4 to 6, and it's just maybe not. It's a grind at that level
Yeah.
when you think about it. I mean,
think-
that's like 20 matches loading in and out, and it's a long.
It is, yeah. They got
and
to a point.
3 different arm pieces if you want.
For
Think of
sure.
it in that context
Yeah.
too, especially for people who want multiple sets. That's a crazy grind.
Yeah.
I'm not
doing
going to
3.
do it on a second character.
No.
Yeah,
Did you guys,
exactly.
did you guys use Bright Dust to buy the fancy stuff?
No.
I did. I
yet.
bought the fire one and I actually didn't like it very much, but then I got Void and I just like how the accents work on the Titan.
Right,
So I
right.
actually don't like the solar one, but I really like the Void one. But now I didn't buy the Arc one, so I'm like, do I really want to spend?
My reasoning is just like I'm like one like in Shadowkeep, Bright Dust
Yeah.
is going to become a much bigger commodity.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of just waiting to see what they have to offer then. And I feel like I'm not really going to be using that armor much.
Wait,
Yeah.
are you
Once-
not buying the ornamental?
The gloves.
No.
Why?
Like I don't.
Why buy it?
Because
Really?
there will be no opportunity after.
get it
I know,
again.
but what I'm saying is,
that.
what I'm saying is like I'm probably really not going to use that armor when Shadow Keep comes out.
But you could
It's an
use
ornament.
it. Exactly.
That's the thing we all have to get over. That's why I'm really
That's
pressing.
me too.
I go through the same where I forget the things that are changing. I mean,
No,
you can
isn't
have a
just the
set
isn't
of-
just the Eververse armor becoming ornaments?
this one was added.
Is
as
this
I-
actually going to be an
think
ornament?
Didn't
it
they say
is.
it's Armor 2.0 plus the ornament? I believe.
I don't
so.
know about the ornament part.
I've heard a lot
This
of
always happens on the
Let us
show.
know in the comments below.
It is Armor
I've heard a
2.0.
lot of rumblings from my stream and people who have bits of information, but as communications are happening across Reddit, Twitter, and wherever else they're saying everything, it becomes really difficult to sort of collect it all
I
into
think
one
part of
place.
the reason maybe I'm starting to assume because you buy the glow, that's an Eververse piece, and I sort of assumed that because of that you could buy it. But now you've got me thinking, did they actually say?
Yeah, I
ornament?
don't know if it's actually that armor pieces are going to be actually ornaments like all the other Eververse armors, since it's not.
That
Actually,
will be your first Armor 2.0.
That's
set.
what I mean. Yeah, it will be.
So
We
you
know
want
that.
that.
We know that much, but I don't know if they're actually like ornament. I don't remember reading that. anywhere.
Somebody in the comments will definitely let us know.
Here is one thing that we do know. We're getting a Armor customization preview live stream August 14th, 2009 at 10 a.m. Pacific. That's next week. That is in addition to Luke Smith, 4,100 word, 8 pages single spaced, which is part 1 of his write-up about what's going on with Destiny 2.
And all they've learned.
Yeah, this is the last 6 months of Destiny is basically what he said the thing is about. And I'm really excited to read what he has to say and like the challenges that they've went through and like what they've learned throughout this process in the last 6 months, how they're implementing changes and stuff. What are you excited to learn about?
Yeah, well, even in the context of just knowing that they're going to do that is, I think, I mean, we've had some of these arguments on the show before. It's like, oh, you need a chess piece. Well, I wish there was some kind of activity. And then it was like a month later, like the chalice came out and, you know, oven baking or, you know, depositing modes. There's always some kind of weird thing in Destiny that seems very obscure or ambiguous. And then they find a way to incorporate it into gameplay, into mechanics. And again, I think if anything, the only thing that is a little bit tricky, especially with the chalice, is that like, yeah, the pursuit menu is odd. I think we've said that before too, where especially when you go back to the chalice over and over again, it's changing locations, and moving around, stuff like that. You know, there's always some things obviously that could be, you know, improved from a UI standpoint, but the functionality of the game and the way you play it and some of the different things you need to progress or power up or all that stuff, I feel like they've done a really good job in that sense. And so, yeah, I think that if they're able to articulate why they've done a lot of these things, and then obviously maybe let us know how this stuff's going to work in Armor 2.0 in detail, yeah, I think those are the things that, you know, obviously there's questions right now. So we just want to know, like, how does this stuff actually work? And there's other things like, you know, the emotes, what are those, like the finishing moves?
Yeah.
The finishers. Oh, wow.
Finishers and stuff like
I
that.
forgot all about those.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things that hopefully they dive into, which we had questions about at E3.
And when you say they,
that didn't fish out.
You mean
you guys.
Yeah.
It'll take him a while.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing, right? I feel just, yeah, there's a lot that I don't know that I'm excited to find out.
Thank you for your input, Shill J.
All right, and take it away.
What about you, Malcolm? What are you excited about?
Destiny is the greatest game of all time.
Buy it now. Pre-order your copy of Shadow.
Pre-order today.
I know that they have a PvP reveal post all this, but I'm hoping that in his write up, because like I haven't been like on board much at all for PvP since Destiny 2 launched.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that in his write up he kind of just goes over something that'll entice me to come back.
Yeah.
'Cause, like in Destiny 1, I played a lot of PvP.
Yeah.
Like, you know, in a lot of the requirements in a lot of Destiny 2 PvP for pinnacle weapons or exotics and things like that just felt like a chore.
Yeah.
But I remember in Destiny 1, I would just, you know, play them without a second thought, do the grind, get all that stuff. And in Destiny 2, I just haven't felt that at all with PvP. So I'm just wondering what they've learned since Destiny 2's launch.
Yeah, PvP
and what they're going to do to address all those things.
PvP totally needs love. I would love to. Well, maybe Luke will talk about that, and then later.
Yeah,
not
not in specifics. Like, just
I'm sure
talking about what he's learned and maybe why PvP is the way it was.
Yeah,
like that.
willing to bet Lars is going to be on that. The number 6. So on their list, basically, they have a lot of events coming down the road. The Luke Smith thing is early next week. The Armor customization preview live stream is on the 14th at 10 a.m. More Shadowkeep details at Gamescom. We're going to have the cross-save launch is coming down the road. That is August 21st. How seasons will change in Destiny 2 Year 3. PvP reveal for Shadowkeep. And then an invitation to the Crucible at PAX. So that is... Yeah, so that is basically what they posted on the TWAB from now until PAX. That is so much information we're going to get over the next
it's a lot
few
to look
weeks.
forward to.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's exciting. I mean, we are in pre-launch now, so the game is effectively done. They've got their plans in place. It's easy, in the summer where you're just grinding Solstice to be like, I guess it's quiet till October 1st, but we're starting to feel that the PR lineup, so to speak.
Yeah.
They've got a set of events, and it didn't even occur to me, like, of course it's going to be playable at PAX. Why wouldn't you? Like, it was originally only a few weeks out, and now it's a month out. But and they are based up there, so you're based up there,
Right.
That's you're based up. And you know what your address is, even
pretty close to near the PAX location.
But I've never been to PAX, and I'm starting to be like, well,
Yeah, I haven't either.
Yeah.
You've never been to PAX?
You get an extra room.
You sent me my first year.
I've never been to PAX because I'm always
Really?
I was always hiring people.
Yeah.
Or
Games-
figuring stuff out with the studios, or like Comic-Con would end, or Gamescom would be happening, and everything was too packed that I'd be like, I budget-wise as well, it just didn't make sense for me to go to PAX. So believe it or not, my entire career at IGN, I've never been.
Wow. I've never been to PAX either. I went to East, but I've never been to West, and so
You'll probably be able to go now.
I probably maybe
Especially since you're going to live in the town where
exactly
that is held.
But yeah,
I'll see you there. I need a tour.
exciting,
Bungie
though.
there you go.
office.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do we
Come
think
visit.
it's going to be, the PvP reveal?
PvP
Am
reveal?
I jumping ahead? Tell me I'm jumping.
No, it's fine. Like, there's honestly, the TWAB was really light this week. So for topic wise, I was like, I'm not really sure what questions to ask.
Yeah, let's ask CJ before he knows.
Yeah, let's ask
Or
CJ
if
now.
you do know, you can just say you can't say anything.
No, I
he's
don't.
gonna
Like,
have
if anything, I hope that the PvP obviously will have some
Trials.
map reveal.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
trials.
that would be awesome.
Trials.
Exactly.
We're going to miss that on the show, by the way.
always.
No one's going to mention
Trials.
trials
I was saving
every
it.
episode.
Yeah, exactly. Fran's here. I know
it for
Fran
later.
comes in.
Still
But
do
yeah,
it. It's not too late.
yeah, hopefully there are some kind of new game modes or obviously new maps as well too. The Widow's Court obviously has been previewed a bunch in the Vidocs and stuff like that. Hopefully,
I bet that's what's at PAX.
yeah, hopefully there's maybe a chance to see that or play it or who knows. Like, I have absolutely no idea. I'm being honest. In this situation, okay, fine. I really don't know, but
We're all
really
friends here.
I really don't know. I have no
serious.
idea.
He's doing fine, dude. You don't have to worry. All right.
There it
we'll
is.
leave you on speakerphone.
There's no, but I would love for them to show maybe other maps besides Widow's Court because I don't think there was any other revealed in the Vidocs that we know of. That was the only one that stood out to me when I actually saw it.
But new maps,
honestly.
you think?
But new
is the
maps.
reveal?
Bungie heavily alludes to showing a different map that's not Widow's Court during PAX. CJ Gibson.
Considering there's been no
Absolutely
new PvP maps since Forsaken.
But that's
I
the
think it'll be
reason
new,
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll get a new mode by PAX? Probably
Yeah,
not.
that's what I was
I think
Yeah.
they'll bring a new
New
mode for sure.
Like, it's just time.
Yeah.
Like, a new map is sort of obvious for Shadowkeep. Like, that's going to be easy. There's going to be a Shadowkeep map.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's what they're going to show, but there's going to be some kind
They'll just bring First Light back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take
I
it.
like that map. I don't think
I
they'll ever
love
bring
that
it
map,
back.
especially
That's
when you
good.
could do the vehicles, man. Everybody hated that.
Yeah.
map.
When it was
I loved
overpowered and you're getting like 30 kills on the
Well, yeah, when
tanks.
you just spawn sniping
It was
everybody.
good because that was it was like a Halo map. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it-
Really big.
That was when I would learn to snipe.
Yeah.
Like
absolutely.
I was actually sniping on that.
Yeah,
map.
just hard scope down to the
Yeah.
other end of the map,
Oh,
wait for
dude,
people to
You
spawn
knew,
and you
you
kill
knew
them.
the lanes.
Icebreaker.
Yeah.
Like, that was
Yeah.
the icebreaker
Oh,
haven.
yeah.
You just popped icebreaker and would, like, be monitoring.
They took it
as
out of
Bobby
every
would say.
rotation, just in combined arms, right? Like they took it out of the rotation of all the other types.
They did
I can't
later,
remember
yeah.
now, but
I
yeah.
think it was just combined arms.
But yeah, I think there will be a new mode there. What would it be?
Trials.
No,
Now I don't.
Not-
think
not
it'd be
that's not a
Trials?
mode you can put into.
No,
like a
it'll be
public-
like elimination.
yeah, elimination would
Yeah,
be fine, but trials
They're
you
going
can't
to give
bring
us the mode that like we want to see. Which, in other words,
Well, you saw a
before
preview of
they-
elimination as well in there as well.
Yeah, we saw that in the Vidoc.
Yeah,
It
they're
just
just
said
really
said
quickly.
elimination.
What we don't know is if it's 4 or 3 because when they did the reveal, I saw some screenshots in there where it looks like it's 4, but then obviously elimination's been 3 traditionally in Destiny.
That's what I was going to guess is like in lieu of trials, in lieu of we know that they're building the foundation of PvP, and then the next season or whatever, right, we'll have a more proper PvP update. I think the way they were putting it, meaning we need some time, but we're working on the meta and everything else. So maybe in addition to it just being elimination, like I'm wondering if they'll dig more into like taking heavy off the map on some of the rounds.
Yeah.
Maybe they
For the
spawn
stream, absolutely.
for what?
They'll talk about all that on the stream.
Talk about it. I'm saying maybe this is the mode we play at PAX. Is it
Yeah.
not only would be elimination based, but they'll take some of that stuff up. Maybe they'll do some stuff with supers, and because we all know like we get tired of the super spam. Like,
Yeah.
maybe put a cap on. Maybe that'll be a test of okay, you guys wanted these things. We haven't changed everything, but this mode supports those things. Maybe it could be that.
Here's what would be most exciting for me, just to see how Armor 2.0 impacts PvP. So if we got an early look at Armor 2.0 and we could like go into the options, because we're getting the reveal on the 14th, right?
Assuming
the build for packs,
they have mods in the inventory.
And then the build for packs, we'll get to try that out hands-on, like the public will.
You think they'll let us mod? I bet you they will.
I would imagine if you go to the menu will either be locked or you can't.
We don't know how it's going to work. There will probably be things that you can switch around.
Yeah, because it's usually blocked.
Maybe they give you
like I say, you're right. They might just give you a few options like
pump action.
Yes, just stuff like that. So that's what I would like to
slide
see.
shot on a bow.
See, but that would be weapons 2.0. Right? I did the same thing the other day where I started thinking about
definitely hold bows.
Yeah.
But the armor stuff, like meaning when you do chase, say pump action, and maybe you want whatever distribution on your legs, or what's the other one people like? Perpetuation,
Reload, fast reloads.
Well, fast sleep is great, but meaning to the ability to like slot this stuff and more. It's still hard for me to understand. We talked a little bit about this on Destiny Community Podcast, other show you may have heard of that I'm on now. Thursdays at 6 p.m.
That team we beat?
Nicely done.
Well, we actually talked about that.
Really?
Oh, there's
We
a
did.
technicality.
Oh, we talked about that.
Now,
how
we did.
What's this technicality? I
There's
haven't
a
heard of this.
technicality.
You guys
I
had
heard
given
it.
up the night of the race.
You're right.
You went to bed. And so that
Yeah,
was
we
technically-
slept.
That was the finish line.
And then you slept,
well, but we didn't.
and then we beat you.
Well, but we didn't get in the rules. But you gave up that night, and so it was over at that point.
No, that was never
I mean, you
defined.
should have Tefton. And
I
have them
heard
talk to you
Defty
about
talk.
it.
If it's literally,
know.
oh, you know what? So if that's the rules, multiple
You were
members of our
watching us
team,
play
multiple
while you
members of our team did stay on and continue playing longer than you did.
not
So
your-
technically,
the
we
team
still won
members.
with your BS rules that you
your
just
team.
made
But,
up.
I mean, I understand.
months later.
Yeah,
You guys did do a
I'm
good
so glad you came back, Fran.
It's funny how
one
close
more
it
round.
really was for a long time on that race. It was a ton of fun. Anyway,
And then we won.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, weapons 2.0 or armor. But anyway, we were talking about it on TP about do we think with weapon? Sorry, now I want weapons 2.0. I think with armor 2.0 that. Will you get how will it work? Because now you're going to be able to mod in, apparently, enhanced hand cannon. And so you're going to be able to mod in things that normally would be random. So do you think it drops with mods that are random and you shred them? Or does it drop with a roll and you replace them? Or,
Well, we still have our mods. They haven't told us to hey, delete all your mods because they're going to be useless with Shadowkeep. So
mods are enhanced stuff. But in other words, enhanced hand cannon looks to be a mod now. I think I saw it in the
that big gift.
and some of the others. I didn't but it looks like things that would normally be your random roll are mods. So what does that mean?
Yeah, I think maybe you'll be able to slot them, and this is exciting for a lot of people because you're going to be able to figure out really optimal builds. We're going to get YouTube videos about those builds and how we can best craft to compete in PvP. Yeah. It's probably going to involve range and then fewer ghost bullets and
maybe unflinching will actually do something.
Yeah, maybe flinch will be impacted more. There's probably new variables you're going to have to counter build against.
Yeah, but my question was, do you think we're still going to get a base random? I mean, you must get a random roll, but in other words, will you be chasing mods or will you still be chasing random rolls?
I think we'll still be doing. Didn't they say something in the Vidoc that once you have access to a mod, you always have access to that mod?
Looking at their early build of it, it was really interesting how it looked.
Yeah, I still think armors are going to have random rolls like usual. That was a good implementation that a lot of people wanted when Forsaken dropped.
And then whatever int is strength and with all those.
Oh, they're changing that too.
Well.
Yeah.
Int is strength is coming back. You're going to have your mod system. You're going to be able to customize your armor. It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild.
Yeah,
it's going to be wild.
I love that. I remember when we were talking about that a long time ago. Once those things kind of got removed from the armor, to me, it just changed how the way the game felt.
Mobility, turn that off.
Yeah, mobility and recovery and resilience. Those are things that I just don't feel impact the game that much that I felt like I focused on at all. I did kit it out. I tried my best to. Yeah, well, resiliency, don't take that final bullet. You're a little bit less squishy, but those are things, honestly, that in my mind, did not translate over and have near as much of an impact on your gameplay like strength, intellect and discipline.
Well, yeah, when you got your grenade down to 25 seconds.
Yes,
and in Destiny 1,
and
his strength was different.
Yeah, it was. But then not only that, like I was saying, everybody usually wants them to go in a little bit deeper, and you always have to usually go to dim to find out, how much aim assist does this hand cannon or this weapon have, because it's not there in the actual UI. So if those kind of things come in and they have like, oh, when you apply this amount of strength, the reduction of your super goes down. Like, I want to see those numbers. When that stuff went away, I was not a fan because I would min-max, the tiers in order to get that stuff. Now it feels very arbitrary, a little bit kind of ambiguous.
Have you written out like a 20-page document that you're just going to hand to Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy when you walk in? Hey guys, here's what you need to fix tomorrow.
Not. No.
Who are you? Oh yeah, video producer.
Exactly.
Yeah. First day, nice to meet you. Few ideas. All right, I'll see you at noon lunch.
Yeah. 1, armor materials. What's going on with that?
2, trials.
Here's the thing.
I want your report by end of day.
Yeah.
On my desk.
I am very much in the background assisting, the video team and some of the stuff that's happening. So when it comes to providing feedback, obviously I would love the opportunity. Yes. But not expecting to go in there and not going to be that guy. So if I disappear from Twitter and go a little dark, it's because I'm probably going to be working on a bunch of stuff that, kind of can't say. But even in that standpoint, I often wonder how, they go about fixing those things or, implementation wise from their own team, right? Like, it's pretty interesting. I really want to have, some details with trials. Like, if something comes back like trials or Quiver, anything like that, you'll know I was trying to, in the background, go, please make Quiver a one-hit kill. Just
CJ and Holtzman
for the Quiver King.
Yeah,
we'll be behind the scenes.
One-hit kill.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you need to have like lunch with Holtz because he can get feedback to the team.
Yeah,
you're like a little Trojan horse setup. I like
absolutely.
this.
Yeah.
But meaning, in other words, with what you were getting at, it's not like everybody at the studio has feedback.
Oh, absolutely.
They all feel very similarly sometimes.
You think they like getting guitarred on the final raid boss?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. Exactly.
This feels good. I like that.
That's why it's exciting about Luke's, upcoming, giant director's cut. Is that he's trying to, I think, show you, look, we feel this way. You see that happen a lot with Luke and him or others getting camped. Like, we want cross save. We also want crossplay. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
They finally were sort of allowed to say there's a bunch of stuff.
Way harder.
Yeah.
So,
let's cover off on that really quick. So it was light TWAB. Transfers are happening on the following dates. On August 20th, account linking happens. So that means if you're moving over to Steam, that's when you're going to say like, this is going to be my main account, and this is how I want to link them all. Probably the same way Epic does, right?
Well, yeah, I'm just
you pick your main and link your sub.
Well, yeah, because right now, if I'm linking, if I'm activating cross save on
August 21st, cross save is August 21st.
I'm playing on my BattleNet, and I'm like, all right, I want to go play it on Xbox.
Yeah.
But then later on,
when BattleNet changes,
BattleNet changes to Steam,
is
there an extra step that PC
no,
players are
I
going to have to do?
don't. It's going to use the same save, I believe.
It'll just be like Epic. It'd be like if you sign in on your Switch. All your stuff's still going to be there. You're just signing in on a new platform. The platform's digital, though, right?
Yeah. I wonder how people I think are asking about friends lists and all that stuff and how that works.
I get tons of questions for the show, and they're like asking us about this.
Yeah.
And like, guys,
no idea.
we actually don't know. We don't have insider info. Yeah. The biggest question I also get is, am I going to have to repurchase the game if I go to Xbox, but I already have this version of the game? There's a really great Reddit talk right now that sort of breaks down what you get with First Light, New Light.
First Light.
No,
sorry, you're right. New Light.
New Light, yeah.
It's New Light.
So the free base version of the game, basically Forsaken on, you have to purchase, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's all
you have access,
I
believe you have access to Tangled Shore.
Yeah, you can go to all the
New
places.
Light. You have all access to all the
You
locations.
have access to all the planets. Exactly.
Yeah. But like raids and...
You have Year One Destiny 2 is what you have.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everything that came with it. And then there was an interesting comment, though, apparently. They were talking about it on the show yesterday, and I don't remember what the source was. But they said, now this was, I forget who said it on the DCP show the other day, but that if you have weapons... So in other words, if you don't have Forsaken on Xbox, as an example, I don't, by the way.
Yeah.
But I have, like, say, 1,000 Voices.
Right.
I think they said that if you go over, you can play just New Light content for free and bring your save over with all of your gear and stuff. You just won't be able to play, like, Last Wish. But you'll have, I think, your gear and weapons.
Well, your gear and weapons going to work?
That's what they were saying. So I think there was a source that would work because it would be very confusing. Otherwise, you'd have like stuff grayed out.
Yeah, like in your inventory, it's like you can't
equip that. You have something
that.
equipped, and you have 1,000 Voices equipped, and I don't know how it would work, but it seemed to suggest that stuff will still work. It's just you can't access the content itself.
Yeah.
Right.
The strikes, the raids, and so on.
It's right around the corner. We're going to get more clarity on all this on August 20th and August 21st. So, account linking on the 20th, cross save August 21st. Real quick, other note, and I'll start with the shout out first. So, first of all, congrats, Cosmo. I don't know if you listen to this show.
Yeah.
But Cosmo just had a newborn,
Yeah.
little baby.
Yeah.
Boy or girl? Do you guys know?
I thought it was a little girl. It was funny.
I think it is a little girl.
Look it up.
Yeah.
I think it's a
So congrats, Cosmo.
Congrats.
Yeah.
New poppy.
That's right.
New dad. And secondarily, I'm trying to make a show happen next week. I've reached out to several guests because it's going to be tough to fill CJ's spot. So we have guests that we're trying to line up for the show to get as guests for the coming months as we sort of transition.
What he's saying is that I'm not enough for him.
Brian's part of the show. Brian,
I'm also I will also be flying to
Yeah.
London next week, so
Yeah.
I won't be able to be on
You're
the show.
gone early, so it's going to be me and guests next week.
At Gamescom.
potentially.
And dude, I will say this. I'm super glad that you have jumped in and joined the show. There's a lot of people I think at first were like,
Well, I mean,
oh,
this-
that Brian guy needs to talk more. Or, he doesn't say much. And honestly, if you look back at my first 10 episodes, everybody goes through that moment where you're just new. You guys have had a dynamic on the show a lot longer. And even when I came in, I remember watching my first 10 episodes. I think I just sat there and
takes
then
a while.
it takes a little while. But then Destin's like, what do you think, CJ? And I'm like, yeah, it's good.
Cool. Go ahead
And
and
they
talk.
would have the dialogue. But
And I'll be like, yeah, great answer. What do you actually think?
Well, it's just strange because once I got on the show, everybody started trickling away. Like, Steven, quit.
but you filled like that spot really well, and I think what people didn't know is how much I called you often the PvE grinder in the background because I would watch and I'd go, oh, Brian, do you have this? Yep, yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
I
Brian
did that.
was always
I did
like
that. Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I think just
that's what
watching
you get for
jump
letting me
in.
have a
and-
gaming
Laptop
computer
at
at my
your
desk.
There you go, Brian. Just for
was
you.
for work for a while.
It was for
Yeah,
work. It was for work.
On it.
lot-
I even would walk by and be like, huh.
No, Brian's
What are
doing
you
work.
doing?
Brian's doing
what's
work.
the VPH on this? Yeah.
But I mean, I think you've been a great addition, and I do hope that you guys continue the show for a long time, even though in my absence, and then now Fran and Steven and Sean as well too.
I'm hiring Destiny Legends.
Exactly. Ironically, yeah, we have just all the video producers are Destiny players, and that's just kind of how it turned out. But I really hope you guys
Great
keep
minds.
it going.
It's going to be tough. Some people have seen me do the shows with guests, and we've been kind of setting up for how to continue.
Yeah.
When you're gone. So the show's not going away, though. That's the message I want people to take away.
Tell you what.
Is that we're going to miss CJ greatly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I was going to say,
What?
if you just Postmates me some lunch to my home office
Yeah.
at the time of recording, then you can just Skype me in. I
Boom.
don't want to come all the way.
Problem
Oh,
solved.
that's not bad. Yeah. Yeah.
But you buy me a lunch and you Skype me in now and then I don't have
Then
to
you're good.
come all the way 20 minutes over here.
McDonald's, you got it.
So wait,
Your
20
favorite.
minutes.
All the way to
I'm usually,
you're
the truth
hilarious.
is, I tell Destin and these guys, I'd always love to come in, but like I stream late at night, so that's a full day. I call it FM3 Friday or Friday, but I try to put in better hours than going live at 9 or 10 p.m. at night. But then I try to use some of my Friday to like get some stuff done and both work,
Hit the
but also
gym.
just personal stuff. And so, and sometimes I do kind of funny stuff as well. So anyway, the point is, always happy to be on. I would love to come back.
Okay.
You guys will be looking until you find that. I don't know if you're finding a permanent replacement or what you're going to do, but always happy to be back. Just
Yeah,
plug
of
myself in there.
So, Fran, we'll definitely hit you up. of
Pope
course.
Bear would be very upset to hear that. Don't cut that out of the show.
So, CJ, we're kind of at the end of our time for
We
this
are.
episode.
Ugh.
Not a lot of news, so it was a little faster than I expected. Any final words that you want to say to our listeners?
I mean, I got to give a couple people a shout out only because I am usually the guy who rolls through the comment section, good or bad. I do appreciate all the people who comment on the show. I think Sean Finnegan said the same thing, regardless of what you think of what we're saying, we're always honest. We're always giving our direct feedback. And, sometimes you agree with us, sometimes you don't. And I think that's what makes, the Fireteam Chat comment section really engaging. And there's been a lot of people who've been there over the years. I can't mention all of them. But I swear that every time I look, Michael Hill is giving us a FFS favorite Friday show.
I was like,
I've seen that.
That means for
It
F's
means other
sake.
stuff.
Yeah, I know. But in his context, he says it
Friday's
each
sake.
time. Yeah.
That's what that is. I've seen that
Yes.
comment all the time, and
How
I'm
does
like,
this guy
Exactly.
hate the show so much?
man, for fuck.
Favorite Friday show.
Yeah.
I get it now.
But that's the thing. And honestly, that kind of positivity in our chat, I really appreciate it because that means a lot. Like we do it because we love the game and enjoyed playing it. And honestly, the amount of times that people have said, oh yeah, you guys get a chance to do this. Like, no, a lot of times we actually play after hours here in the office, like outside of work and then grind it out because we like it and because we want the show to be good.
Those live streams I do are so that I know what I'm talking about on the show.
Yeah,
and I'm
you
like,
don't do that at work.
hey, everybody, this is after hours.
Yeah.
I don't have to do this at all. Like, this is for me and for the benefit of the audience. And like, like you said, we're always honest.
Absolutely.
We're always honest about our opinions, sometimes to our detriment.
Yeah.
But like, I'd never filter my opinion. I always try and ask community questions, when we have guests on the show. And I want people to feel like this is part of their show.
Yeah.
And you've really helped me facilitate that.
Well, thanks, man. And I mean, the last couple of things, and there's a couple people like CC Kill Billy, like he's there every week. Sometimes it's pro, sometimes it's con, but he's there. I appreciate the people engaged. Corey Lyons Music as well. I see him, like, if not replying to a lot of people's comments or when we post something, he's kind of like not a moderator, but he's always there, like backing us up and spreading like optimism and positivity, which I really appreciate. That goes a long way. Last two. Terrible Mighty. Actually,
we met him.
We've met Terrible Mighty in real life. Yeah. This is another one of those. He's been an IGN fan a lot of years. Used to watch GameScoop, MVC. I think 7.9 references from Fran Mirabella.
Old school fan.
I actually met Terrible Mighty, Charlie is his name, in San Diego Comic-Con a few years back. And every time I go there, I get a chance to actually meet him. And I played Destiny almost for about a year or two with him.
Yeah, we played a lot of Taken King content.
Yeah, in Destiny 1 prior to actually meeting him in person. So that was really cool. Teddy as well. Teddy,
Teasing?
Yeah, some. Just
teasing you, Teddy.
You might. Teddy, the invisible like guardian, who I appreciate him being at.
You made his premiere
Guardian
at that thing.
Yeah, that place. That Destin brought him up on stage.
Who?
But he's also he's also been in the background for a lot of things, helping us out on the IGN team.
Freelance.
Yeah, freelance and just been there, and really appreciate Teddy, helping us out with doing Destiny content, raids, and all the stuff that you've been.
We just
doing
played
as
Gambit
well.
last night.
Nice.
We hopped in and we ground out that part of the Blue Quest.
Yeah,
That's a long one.
and then
matches.
Yeah, last couple things as my phone turns back on because I.
No worries.
CJ has good luck. Tech.
I gave a shout out to Sean, Steven, and Fran, and Alfredo and everybody before, but just being on the show has been awesome. Steven, again, him and I met randomly because I was in Fran Mirabella's chat on Steven's birthday.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Steven,
like July 20th.
Yeah. So Steven wanted to do a round of trials with Fran, and Fran was like, "Oh, I already got my carry squad, Michael Lovebury and Click.
Right.
So I'm good, And then Steven's like,
Okay, I wasn't snubbing. I just
no, absolutely.
played with them already.
No, but it was one of those things where I just remember hitting him up and was like, "Oh, well, sure, I'll play with you, man. I'm just looking for a squad." And I remember saying to him, I was like, "Are you any good?" And then looking back, like Steven is God tier. He was really good. And when we met him and got a chance to meet him at a bunch
He's close to pro.
Yeah, he's really good, and he came out, and then obviously getting him into the IGN crew here was pretty awesome. Last thing, I'll just say that being on the show and being involved with IGN and now the next journey, excited, nervous, humbled, and grateful for having the opportunity at Bungie, but also having the opportunity at IGN. Like I said many times, you guys are like brothers to me, and I can't put it into words. And that was my tweet last night. I cannot articulate well how much you guys have meant to me over the years, and how much you mean to me just as people. So thank you guys as well. But thank the audience. Just me being able to be on here has been an incredible journey, and Destin, a lot of that. Again, I thank you for just starting the show and letting me be in a part of it. It's been pretty awesome, man.
I'm sure you'll continue to do acceptable work at Bungie.
Perfectly okay.
That's the goal.
We'll miss you.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I miss you a lot, CJ.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
All right. Well, until next time, everybody. Guardians out.
That's it. That was the last one. Oh my gosh. Mind blown.